Hi, I'm George, and in this video I'll be showing you how to change the color of animated textures like that campfire right back there inside of Minecraft. Now if you like this video, hit that like button, click on share, click on subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell icon for notifications of my new videos. Check out my channel for a bunch more Minecraft videos. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, so every single subscription really counts right now. I really appreciate that. Okay, changing the color of an animated texture is not that much different than changing the color of a regular texture, but there are a few more things you have to be aware of and just make sure that you get right. Okay, let's jump out of here and we'll take a look at first setting up the basic resource pack for this, and then we'll work on that texture. I'm starting off here with an existing texture pack. This is the one that I used from my color changing enchantment armor, and I'll just work in this one. Now I'll need to change the pack MC meta. Let's just open this one up here. I'm just going to change the description here, and I'll make this one just say green campfire. There we go, and save that. I'll leave that packed PNG at that just default setting right there. Now in the assets, let's open this one up. Assets, Minecraft, textures. We need to add two more folders in here, an item folder and a block folder. The miscellaneous folder, this is where my rainbow color glint is for my color changing armor, so I'll just leave that as is. Okay, in the block folder, we'll be making our campfire right inside here. I'll show you what all this stuff is in just a bit. And the item folder, this contains the little icon that shows inside of the inventory. All right, so we have our basic structure set up in there. Now I need to get those files that we have in here, and you can find those just from the regular jar file. Let's get a fresh one of these so you can see where this is taken from. I'll just delete this one, and I'll get that jar file again. Now just open up just a regular drive window. There we go, and then up in the address bar, type %appdata%. There we go. Go into Minecraft, and then come down here to versions. Open this up, look for your version of the program. Right now I am running in 16.2 right there. Open that up, and you want that jar file. If you're not seeing jar, go up to view and make sure that this is checked right here, file name extensions, and then you'll see the jar. Then just right drag that over here and choose copy. There we go. Okay, I'm done with that. Now just change the jar to a zip. There we go. And say yes. We can now open this up. I'm just going to right click on this and open a new window. And there we go. There's the contents of that jar file. Now the first thing real fast, you can find the pack MC meta and the pack PNG file right inside this folder location here. Just scroll way down to the P's. They're all the way down here. Just went past it, and there they are right there, your pack MC meta and your pack PNG. Okay, let's now go back up here to the assets folder. This is the same as that one right there. Go into assets, into Minecraft, into textures down here, into block, and here scroll down until you find the campfire. There it is. There's campfire PNG MC meta, campfire log, and down here to campfire lit PNG MC meta. You want all of that stuff. So let's grab all 5 of those files, and we'll copy those over into the assets folder. Let me just open this up. There's my block location. In here I'm just going to delete all this stuff. We'll recreate that in just a bit. And then right drag these over here and copy. There we go. There are those files. These are the actual animations right here and right here. Okay, go back to textures. Inside of item, I'll just delete this stuff. There we go. And then back to textures here. Come down into item. There it is. And then you want the campfire. So just scroll down and find campfire PNG right there. And just copy that over here. There we go. There's our campfire PNG. Okay, that's all the files that we need. And we're all set now to go in and actually change the coloration on those files. Now I normally like working in Photoshop Elements to do this kind of stuff. It's the best program for this. Real easy to use, but it does cost $80 or so. So if you want to be less expensive, other good programs are the Paint 3D program inside of Windows. It comes with Windows 10. Also the Paint.net program, and that's online. It's a free program online. Also a good choice. Most any other graphics program can do this. I just happen to like Photoshop Elements. Okay, I'll bring that one up, and I'll do the texture color adjustment on these files. Okay, here's Photoshop Elements in the background, and here's our working folder. You just go in here. Now you want the campfire PNG right there, and the Campfire log lit PNG. I'll save both of those and I'll drag those over here. And that opens both of those files inside of Photoshop Elements. Okay, I'm going to bring that folder back up again. And let's just back out one and go into the item. And here's that Campfire PNG right there. I'll just bring that one in and drop it right there. Okay, so these are the 3 graphics we need to change to make this color change to put inside of the game. We'll start off with just the basic fire right over here. There we go. And I'll just open this up just a bit so you can see that better. There it is. And I think I'll get these out of the way, just minimize those out of the way. Okay, now whenever you're working in something like this and you're going to be changing the look of your image, I always like to do a backup on this. Luckily, if you save the file as a Photoshop file, you can keep that in the same folder inside of the resource pack, and Minecraft just ignores that. So it gives me a safety on that. So I'm just going to right-click on layer 0 here and choose duplicate layer. There you go. That's my safety layer right there. In case I mess up this layer, I can always come back down to this layer and try it again. Okay, on here I just want to do just a basic color change. It's real easy here in Photoshop Elements. Go up to Layer, come down to New Adjustment Layer and Hue Saturation. And I'll use Previous Layer for clipping mask right there. All I'm going to do is just change the hue. If I do this, it changes the color right there. And I'll just pull this over until I find that kind of a nice green color. Right about there looks pretty good. Maybe about 48 plus 48. Just a nice green recoloration. And that's all we have to do with that. Let me now save this file out. Do File, Save. And it's in the same location, so that's fine. Now I'm saving it first as a Photoshop file, so I can always go back and change it again later. Let's now save it out as a PNG file. I'll use Save for Web. You can use Save As, whatever. The important thing is you want this to be a PNG 8 file. And choose Save. And let's overwrite the one that's already in there. And there we go. That one is now done. Okay, let's not do that one yet. I'll bring up the other image here. Now this one is the trickiest of all of these. This is the flame that's kind of down underneath the logs. So for this, I need to be able to change all of those. I want to keep the log color, but I want to change just the color inside here. So it's a little bit trickier in here. This is, again, something which is pretty easy to do here in Photoshop Elements. Same thing, we're going to right-click, duplicate layer, choose OK, hide the original background. That's just my safety. Now I'll grab this tool right here. This is an ellipse tool. And I can click right into the middle of this, and I'll drag this out and make an ellipse just big enough, just a circle basically, big enough to cover up that flame area. Kind of like that. Maybe nudge that up just a touch here with my cursor key. I think that's a better spot for that. Okay, now I'll right click and I'll duplicate that layer, and then I'll pull that down just over the next one. There it is. Right click, duplicate that layer. I'll pull that one down. Right like that, and do that one more time. There we go, pull that one down. So I've now covered up all of those campfires in there. There we are. Now I'm going to merge all these together. I'm just going to select all of these shape layers, right click, and I'll merge those onto just one layer like that, just for easy use here. Now I want to select just the contents in here, just these parts, not the background part. And in Photoshop Elements, you hold the Control key down and you click on that icon right there, and it selects just that shape. I can now hide that, come down to my flame layer here, and then with this button here, I can make a layer mask that just shows that part of it. Now I can colorize just that without coloring the background part. One of the reasons why I like using Photoshop Elements. Okay, let's now go ahead and I'll do this one. Same thing, layer, adjustment layer, hue saturation. Click on that check mark right there, 45. Close that down. Let's show our background layer. And there we go. There's the flame color changed for the flame underneath the logs. This can now be saved. File, save. There we go. And then save this out as a PNG file. And save. It'll go right on top of that one. There we go. And that one's done. Now last one, that's this. Again, I need to have 2 layers in here. Right click, duplicate layer, because we're changing the color of just the flame and not the logs. Then I'll hide that background right there. Now for this, same idea, different technique. I'll grab my polygonal lasso tool, which allows me to make a selection with straight lines. And I'll begin right here in that corner right there. And I'll come straight down, straight over, and straight down, straight over like that. Straight up, straight over, and up to here. And I can just kind of go around that top shape and then back to my starting point. And that selects this area right here, which is just the flame area. And again, the same idea. I'll hit that button right there, which makes that into a layer mask, and it just shows just that part. That's all we need to do on that one. Let's now change that color. Again, same trick, layer, new adjustment layer, hue saturation, click that checkbox right there, and again, 45. I'll show the background again. There we go, there's our green flames. File save. There it is. File save for web to the PNG 8. Choose save. I need to go into the other folder here, and that's the item folder right there. And save, and replace, and there we go. Okay, that's it. All of the color changes have now been taken care of. So now I can go back over and finish setting up a resource pack. Okay, let's back up to textures, and there's the block and there's the item. Those are both saved properly. Okay, Minecraft assets, and here's the basic folder where I'm building this thing. You want this one right here, the assets folder, and our adjusted pack MC meta, and of course the pack PNG. Want those 3 files. Let's go up here to share, click on zip. It combines those into a zip file. Let me just call this one glint2, and there we go. There's our new resource pack with the green flames in it. Okay, let's bring back up a basic drive window. There we are, same trick, the %app data %. Back into Minecraft, come down to resource packs this time right there, open that one up. There's one I had at the beginning of the game in the demo. Let me just delete that. And here's a new one that we just made. I'm just going to right drag that over here and copy. There we go. Okay, it's in the resource packs. That's all taken care of. Now I can go ahead and start the game up. There we go, click on play, and I'll just fast forward through this load until we get into the game itself. And there's a menu screen. If you haven't seen this yet, this is my custom panorama in here. I'll put a link on how I did that down in the description. Okay, let's go into single player and into my game right here. And there's a nice orange standard campfire. You can see right down there in the inventory down there, there's the orange campfire as well. Okay, I'll hit the escape key. Let's go into options, resource packs, and there's the glint tool we just made, green campfire. We bring that one over. There it is. Click on done. Let this reload that resource pack. Click on done again and back to game. And there we go. There's that nice green flame. And notice that we have the green flame down there in the inventory and also in my hand right there. There's that green flame as well. So there it is. That's how easy it is to actually change the animation. Just make sure you bring over all of the files, not just the graphics file, not just the PNG files. If you find any MC meta files in there along with those, bring those in as well, or the animation's not going to run. But there it is, that easy to do. Okay, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, click on share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, so every single subscription counts right now, really important. Take a look at my channel for a whole bunch more Minecraft videos, and I'll see you next time.